Hello everyone, welcome to this month's TBR Jar. I'm going to be doing this with my best friend. Let's quickly get into the rules of the TBR Jar. So for each month I will draw out 6 prompts from the TBR Jar. If I draw out one that I did last month, then I have the ability to skip it. If it's a broad genre one, I probably won't, but for anything that's quite specific, I won't be doing it again. However, I will be expected to do all 6 prompts. If I don't finish all 6 prompts, then I will have to pick another prompt to add to next month's round. That is just the sort of rule that I've come up with for myself as a bit of a punishment. I can read more than 6 books a month. Right now it is January the 22nd and I'm on my 15th book for the month, so it is an easy thing to add an extra book in if I make that slip up, which I probably won't. I'm one of those types of people that really likes to get things done and tick things off. So I'm going to now slip into our drawing out of our prompts, and I will be only sharing mine at this point. Maybe in the future we can do them together a little bit on camera somehow, but for now it was just mine. Colours. I got pole pick again. Do I keep it or?
I thought we weren't going to do the same one straight away.
No, we weren't going to do the same one straight away. Okay, so I'll just put it off to the side and I'll draw another one there. There's colours right there. I just looked into the jar by accident and I was like, please don't put that because you've already got it. Ooh!
What's that one?
Fae Fantasy. That'll go well because next month is the Fantasy Romance month. Magic, oh no, most recent purchase. Oh no, see, I drew one that I will never do, so off it goes. There's no way I'm reading a horror or a thriller. I did that one last time. We thought this would be like easy, so we wouldn't get double ups. Okay, that one's cool. I like that one. Last look. Then the first look. I got gods. Okay.
Well, I've read
Last one.
probably
Cute cover. So for Fae Fantasy, I am going to read Crescent City, The House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas. This is a book that I have had on my TBR for the longest time. Since I started reading again, every month I keep putting it on there. Every month I just keep leaving it there. I think it's the size that's putting me off. I've had a few friends tell me different reviews from what I've heard overall, and I respect their sort of viewpoints on books overall as well, so I've been a little bit put off, I think. So I'm going to give it a go this month since the second book comes out this month as well. I probably won't get to that this month, but we'll see. For February, this is what I'm going to do, is the first one for Fae Fantasy, and I'm taking part in 𝓦𝓱𝓮𝓻 𝓕𝓲 this month as well, so I think this will be hitting one of those prompts for me. I will talk a little bit about that when I'm doing my February setup. For cute cover, I have chosen to put in It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is a book that I have had on my want to read list for the longest time. I read her book Window Shopping over Christmas and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I know kind of what I'm going in to expect from this. It was something that I've really wanted to read for a while now. Finally came in stock in our local bookstore, so I picked it up and I'm not going to wait any longer. It'll be a perfect read because February is the end of summer for us in the Southern Hemisphere, so I'm going to enjoy having one last summer read for the month of February. So next I am going to be reading Lore Olympus for the Gods prompt, and I am super excited to read this. This is a graphic novel by Rachel Smith. It's currently only got 1 volume out, but I know online, because it's a webtoon, there's a lot more there. And I have held off from going online because I knew that it was coming out in a physical form and I really, really wanted it. So this follows Hades and Persephone, and I am super pumped because I love Greek mythology so much, and I'm also a trained historian, so going back to my roots from where I did ancient history, this is one of the reasons I love Greek mythology. So Hades and Persephone are my favourite, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out. So for colours, I'm going to do The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. So colours means the last book that I read, I have to read a book with that colour in it, and that will line up really well because this has blue and so does the cover of The Prison Healer. Well, it looks like it's blue. I'm assuming that's just the light. Please let it just, it's blue. Okay. So this is a book that I have had pretty much right from when I started reading again. Back in July last year, we brought it pretty quickly to add to our physical bookshelves. My best friend and I sometimes share books, and this is one of them. And this is a, what is it? It's a dark YA fantasy. I know it's set in a prison, obviously. The main character picks up the job as prison healer from her father, I believe, and a whole lot of stuff happens. I am not too sure 100% on the actual plot, but I have seen enough and I have waited enough, and now I'm going to read this because the third and final part to the trilogy comes out in... Do we get it in May because we're in New Zealand? I'm not too sure. I think we get it end of May, but I know it's June for the actual release. So I want to get through this and the Gilded Cage before the final book comes out so I can read it right away. I've heard nothing but great things about this, and I'm super excited to give it a go. And because this book ends in R, I have picked 𝓬𝓬𝓷𝓭 by Victoria Aveyard for last letter, first letter. So first letter of this is R, and funnily enough, so is the last. This is a book that I have been looking at for the longest time and only recently brought at the start of the year, I think. Oh no, actually it was in the Boxing Day sales when I picked it up, and this is my first time reading one of her stories. I know that everyone has read the Red Queen series and loved it. I really just liked the synopsis of this a great deal. I actually want to read Red Queen, but I haven't got my hands on a copy yet. They are at the store and I will eventually get there, but this one sounded a lot better to me. So I'm really wanting to get to this book, and I know that its next book comes out in May, I believe. So again, it's another one I want to check off before the next book in the series comes out. This year I really want to focus on hitting those series goals and really not dragging them out for too long. So hopefully I can get through this really quickly. It is another chunky book. I've got a few chunky books now for February, and that is absolutely fine by me. I'm really looking forward to it. The final book on my list is Most Recent Purchase, and that actually, from this point of view right now, was it happened one summer. However, I haven't brought anything else yet, and I'm going to leave it until February. I'm going to put it last. Maybe I'll put it first. I don't know. On the list of things, everything else is in the order of how I'm going to read it. But yeah, I don't know what's going to be this book because I haven't brought it yet. Also, most likely could be, actually, thinking about it right now, it could be The Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because it's come in to stock in my country but only up in the North Island, and I'm hoping to pick it up next week. So if I can get my hands on it next week, I will read that first in February, and that will cover this prompt. Otherwise, I will let you know at the end of February what I've chosen to read.